guys. This is about to be live. This will be all over YouTube. So make sure you use this to go ahead and send your prospects. So we got Orlando, we got the ATM. What sets we got on this call right now, man? We got Dallas, Orlando, we got Albuquerque, Indiana, Memphis, Scotland. We got the ATMs, we got MMO, we got Detroit, we got the 995, we got Jersey, ATL. They got the West 6 on here. They got Arizona, they got Cali. Yo, they got people from Houston. They got San Antonio, El Paso. Guys, we have people from all over on this call right now. And I want you guys to understand that something big is getting ready to happen, right? And I know a lot of you guys don't really understand the trend. I don't think a lot of you guys are paying attention to what's actually going on in this world, right? You don't see your friends, you don't see your family like doing what they usually do. You know, I want you guys to understand right now that you're literally at the right place, right? My man Gustavo, you're at the right place, the right time with the right people. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen right now. I want you to understand that, you know, for the past few months, I've been blessed with an opportunity. I've been blessed to have leaders that's came into my life that's been able to really take this business to another level and really break records and do things that, you know, the average person is not doing. And, you know, the guest that I have that's going to come on this call, that's going to rock this call, that's going to show you guys exactly what's not only been changing my lives, but as you see on this call, guys, we have over 379 other people on this call on a Friday, right? 9 p.m. on the East Coast, 6 p.m. on the West Coast, and people are still getting into it, right? They're getting to that bag. And I know a lot of people on this call right now, Pay Quicker. I said Pay Lucian. Pay Quicker already hit, so you know what time it is, guys. So without further ado, I got a special guest. You know, I've been watching this man grind since he was a P1000, making videos, going hard on social media, motivating his team and really showing people what it's about. You know, I've been able to go to New York and see the vibe. And I know we got the whole Empire fam on this call right now. So I know y'all about to blow up these chats. So without further ado, I see my boy in the call right now. Just want to make sure if you guys are listening, you need to follow him on social media because this guy shows you exactly what the grind is about. But if you want to understand how somebody came into this business and within their first year is about to be chairman, 10, I'm telling you guys, without further ado, you need to listen to this man because when he talks, he's going to wake you up and he's going to show you exactly how to live like a boss. So if I can I have everybody drop some dollar signs in the chat box for my man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Michael Talks. Can you hear me, boss?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sheesh. 400 plus people on this call ready to get this information. Family, you got to stop whatever it is that you're doing right now. If you're distracted, you got to stop your distractions. You got to completely focus on this call right now, today. Live in the now. Live in the right now, right? Some house rules before we start this call. Make sure that you take out a pen and a notebook because it's scientifically proven that you will forget 90% of the information that you're going to learn on this call. And I don't want you to do that, right? Because the individual who sees massive success in any opportunity is the individual who learns information and applies that information. So right after this call, you got to apply everything that you learn, right? So on this call, we're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about an opportunity that is literally helping people worldwide throughout the whole entire world gain financial freedom. So I want to know who's hungry on this call. I want to know who's the individuals that I'm talking to who want to gain that financial freedom. Drop a 111 in the chat box if you're somebody, right? If you're somebody who wants more financial freedom, if you're somebody who's sick of being sick and tired, drop a 111, right? Drop a 222 in the chat right now. If you're somebody who lost your job because of this epidemic, look, chill. If you lost your job, drop a 2 because of this epidemic. If you lost your job, I'm talking to you right now on this call because this opportunity right here is recession proof. I am going to be showing you a skill set that we've been teaching to people worldwide, a skill set that nobody could ever take away from you. So this information is powerful. This information is powerful. So I need you to feel me. I need you to resonate with me, right? And in order for me to be able to do that with you, I got to tell you who I am. After I tell you who I am, I'm going to open up your mindset a little bit, right? Because this information is fairly new. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable. At the end of the day, you don't know what you don't know. The information you don't know is going to make you feel uncomfortable. So I'm going to tell you exactly who I am. And then after that, I'm going to open up your mindset. And then after that, I'm going to show you exactly how these markets move and how you can profit utilizing these markets. right? So my name is Michael Rodriguez. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I am nobody special. You know, I grew up in the slums and I got it out the slums. I grew up in the slums and I got it out the slums. If I could do it, you could do it too. See, growing up, I was always somebody that was ambitious, but I was hanging around the wrong individuals. I was hanging around individuals that didn't have their best interest in me. I was hanging around individuals who, you know, were doing bad in life. So guess what? I was also doing bad, right? But everybody has a wake up call. I need you guys to feel me. I need you guys to understand me, not understand me. You got to understand me on this call. Yes, from the Bronx. Drop a BX if you're from the Bronx. Drop a New York City if you're from New York City. Let me hear something. Let me see something. Right? You guys got to understand me. So I was in these streets. I was doing bad in life, right? But I needed a wake up call. What was my wake up call? My wake up call was pretty serious. On my way to school one day, because of the crowd I was around, I ended up getting hurt. I actually ended up getting stabbed right below my heart. So at the age of 17 years old, I had to go through something like that. I had to go through something like that so I could get awakened, right? So I could get awakened and I could understand that I got to take my life serious. See, but on this call, I don't want you guys to go through something like that to finally realize that your life is worth something. See, tomorrow is never promised. So if right now you're in an opportunity that is going to get you success in the next 9, 10, 12 years, you got to get out that opportunity. You got to find something. You got to be aware of your surroundings, find something that could make you successful in the next year. And that's exactly what I did. See, I'm nobody special on this call. I'm a regular average kid who was once, you know, in his worst point in life. And then through this opportunity, through me meeting Mr. Banks, through me meeting Darwin, through me meeting Nano, all of my business partners that I now call brothers today, they completely changed my life, right? When I first met Nano told me, little brother, you got to understand one thing to become successful. And that same one thing I want to explain to you so you guys could be aware. You first got to be aware of where you're at in life. After you're aware of where you're at in life, you could guide your life in the way you want it to be. You can make your life the way you want it to be. So what do you have to be aware of? You have to be aware of this four-way cash flow right here. Once you're aware of this, your whole entire life is going to completely change. So take some massive notes. See, what you got to understand is that there's 4 paths in life. The first path that you could take is the 60% of people. What are 60% of people doing today right now? 60% of people are working for somebody else. See, I understood early on in my life. That's why I'm 19 years old, making the kind of money I'm making. Because I understood early on in my life that I have to work harder on myself than I do at a job. Write that down. Every single day you wake up, you work harder on yourself than you do on a job. See, 60% of people right now, they don't have a boss anymore. Their boss fired them. 60% of people right now are struggling. They don't know what's next. They're trying to collect an unemployment check. You got to get out that bracket. See, that bracket is where everybody is at. That's the rat race. You got to visualize the masses do exactly the opposite. So what's the second path you could take in life? The second path you could take in life is the 35% of people who work for themselves. Now, this is a bit better. It's a bit better. You know, I like this right here, but at the end of the day, a barber, if he's not physically at the barber shop, he doesn't get paid. So it's a little better because you can make your own schedule, but if you're not there, you don't physically get paid. So see, the 60% plus the 35%, that's 95% of people in this world. So you're in the 95%. If right now you're not investing, if right now you're not a business owner, family, you are in the 95%. 95% of people make only 5% of all the wealth in the world. Why? Because 95% of people fail to work harder on themselves than they do at a job. 95% of people have the mentality of exchanging their time for money. See, the great Jim Rohn, he once said, you got to exchange your value for money, and that's how you become highly successful. You exchange your value for money. You gather a skill set that nobody could take away from you. And that's what successful people do. On this call, I'm going to try to take you because some people are uncoachable. And at the end of the day, if you're uncoachable, you can't see success. See, this opportunity is for anybody, but not everybody. There's going to be people on this call who aren't going to get started, even though we have a multi-millionaire on the line explaining this information. What I need you guys to understand is that you got to be coachable. Are you hungry for change? And are you hungry for knowledge? Because something me and Mr. Banks can't teach is hunger and determination. We could teach you everything else, but we can't teach that. So if you're not hungry, if you're not determined, if you don't have the pain inside you to make this thing work, then do myself a favor, do yourself a favor, and don't even get started because it's not going to work. However, if you're the hungry individual on this call who wants that change and wants to become better, then you're on the right call, my brother. This is your blessing. Now you got to be aware enough to actually take it. So be open-minded, take out a pen and a notebook, stop doing whatever it is that you're doing, and pay attention to this information, because I'm going to take you from the 95% to the 1% investor mindset and the 4% business owner mindset. Now, before I drop the sauce, before I show you the 6- and 7-figure blueprint, I need you to understand one last thing. One last thing. I'm going to open up your mind. Your mind is like a t-shirt. Once you stretch it, it never goes back to its regular size. So let me open up your mind, family. Drop a 2, drop a 3, drop a 4, drop a 5 in the chat box if you're going to allow me today on this call to open up your mind a little more. Perfect, perfect. So what I'm going to tell you guys is this. Right now, you're in your circle, right? Your mindset is inside of a circle. Inside of that circle is all of the information that you know. Inside of that circle is your habits. Inside of that circle is your friends. See, that's your radar. And at the end of the day, that radar, that information, your habits is what's guiding you the results that you have today, right? That's what's guiding you the results that you have today. If you reflect back on the past, what you've been doing for the past 5 years, that's what's guiding you the results that you have today. So if you're comfortable, fine, but you got to be uncomfortable with where you're at. Billionaires are uncomfortable with where they're at. So you know what they're doing every single day? They're stepping outside of that circle. They're stepping outside of that circle and going to the outer circle, which is the infinite possibilities, right? Which is information. And that's what you're getting today. You're seeking new information that's going to change the situation. So be open-minded, because I'm going to take you outside of the circle you're in right now, and I'm going to put you inside of another circle, which is infinite possibilities. And it will allow you to get everything you want. So Banks, next slide, please. Yeah, next slide, brother. I can't, it's frozen. All right, perfect, perfect. So why do you want to own an online business? See, on this call, we're also going to discuss the online business that you can own. See, everything is going digital nowadays. Everything is online. See, Blockbuster got replaced with Netflix. See, taxi cabs got replaced with Uber. See, regular stores where you could go and shop at, traditional businesses got replaced with Amazon. So what do you think that physical money is going to get replaced with? Maybe Bitcoin, maybe Ripple, maybe Ethereum. What do you think is going to get replaced with? See, in this call, I'm going to give you that information. I'm going to wake you up, right? I'm going to make you more aware. I'm going to make you more aware. I'm going to show you that everything right now is technology. Technology is the new economy. So make sure you understand this, because I'm going to show you how to invest. And I'm going to also show you how to open up a home-based business, which you need right now. See, because me and Banks, we're at home. And we're still making money. We're still getting paid every single Friday, withdrawing and getting our residual income, which is something that you need, right? So today, I am going to expose you to an educational platform. That's what we're on this call for, an online school that is going to give you the value that you need. It is going to show you how to trade in the foreign exchange market. That is simply what it's going to do. So this is an online platform, online school that shows you how to trade these markets right here. So what are the foreign exchange markets? What are the foreign exchange markets? Very simple to understand the foreign exchange markets. The foreign exchange market is simply the exchange of one foreign currency for the other, right? That's simply what you're doing. You could compare it to traveling outside of the country. Every time you travel to another country, you literally exchange the US dollar for that country's currency outside of that country. You sell the US dollar to buy the British pound. When I went to London, I sold my US dollar and I bought the British pound. This is me investing in the foreign exchange market. Every country in the world has a currency. That currency needs to get its value through something. Where does that currency get its value? Inside of the foreign exchange market. Inside of the foreign exchange market. Super simple to understand. You could compare it to stocks. Only difference is that in stocks, you trade certain companies, and you invest in certain companies. I don't trade stocks because at the end of the day, if that company plunges, your investment gets lost. See, in Forex, you can make money either way, either if the market goes up or if the market goes down. So it's pretty simple. If the market goes up, you simply want to buy. If the market goes down, you simply want to sell. So think about it like any other investment. You buy low, you sell high. Buy that currency at a low price, sell that currency at a higher price. Compare it to reselling sneakers. When you're reselling sneakers, you buy the currency at a low price, you sell the currency at a higher price. It is that simple, family, right? The biggest investors in this market is your banks. Now let's be realistic, right? Let's use our common sense. The biggest buildings in New York City are the bank buildings. At the end of the day, in that bottom floor, that's the only floor you ever been to. That's the only floor I ever been to withdraw my cash. So what's on the other top floors of that bank? There's traders full-time trading your own money, and you don't even know it. Why? Because you're not aware. Why? Because you haven't read the books. You haven't gotten yourself educated. You're stuck in your radar. You're stuck in your circle. You're stuck with the same friends with the same information. Today on this call, all of that ends. I'm going to break your generational curse. There's literally traders trading your own money. That's why it's called a debit card, because they have debt with you. Read between the lines, family. They only give you 0.001% of that money. So, right, how do you trade these markets? Is many different patterns that the markets could form that are going to tell you where the markets are going to next. We have the W pattern here, very basic pattern. W pattern means you want to buy that currency. The M pattern means you want to sell that currency. You sell it before it goes down. You buy it before it goes up. Now, what I need you to understand is that this is not a skill set that you can learn on your own. This is a professional skill set that requires professional education and professional traders to master. You cannot predict something you don't know. There is millions of data prior in these markets, millions of market moves that the market did. If you don't understand that, then you cannot predict the markets ahead unless you get the proper education and go through that knowledge. But see, here in iMastery Academy, we have an easy system that does not require you to know how to trade to make money in these markets. It requires you to earn and learn at the same time. And that easy system is going to be explained to you by my mentor, my brother, my multi-millionaire mentor, somebody who is literally running up the bag and making the money he wants to make, living the life he wants to live with the financial freedom that he wants. That person is somebody who met me, took me under his wing, and taught me a lot of things for me to get to the next level. And on this call, he's going to do the same thing for you, right? So with that being said, my brother Emery, take it over, brother.
Yo, appreciate that a lot. Guys, I mean, I hope you really took notes. I see we had well over 400 on the call. We got 393 right now. So that just lets you know that people are taking their business super seriously. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if you heard exactly what he said, then honestly, your eyes is open, right? But now it's kind of like, okay, how can I learn? How can I be able to be on the same level that you guys are at? And I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I first heard about this industry, when I first heard about like trading and stocks and investments, I was unaware of how I was going to be able to learn. So, you know, just like a lot of people, I went out there and I watched movies, right? Seen a movie Wolf of Wall Street, watched the lifestyle, seen exactly how he lived, but told myself like, well, I wish I was born like that, right? I wish I had somebody in my life who traded, but little do we know, we have signs on social media that's showing us every day how to get involved, right? That's why a lot of you guys are on this call. So I'm gonna go over 4 super simple steps, right? 4 super simple steps that's gonna literally show you guys exactly what you need to know to start understanding this and start being able to do this full time like we have it. So if you guys can commit to, you know, being coachable, if you can commit to sacrificing a lot of the stuff going on that's holding you back and put more time into stuff that can take you to the next level, then if you take hold to this, if you take almighty action, guys, this is gonna be the biggest decision you can make of your life. So number 1 is gonna be our education, right? This right here is our academy. This is where we're learning, right? If you want to become the best lawyer, right? You want to be the best doctor. You're going to go to the top law schools in the world, right? You're going to go to the top D1 schools if you want to be the best athletes. And when it came to our business, where in the world can I learn Forex? Where can I learn crypto? How can I be able to learn what the experts know and be able to show my friends exactly how they can do it as well? And out of everything that I look for, guys, this academy literally broke down everything to a T. From the freshman year of high school to the senior year of high school, from the freshman year of college to my senior year of college, right? It literally held my hand and walked me through everything. So it doesn't matter if you work. It doesn't matter if you have kids. It doesn't matter if you're in college. You are at home right now, right? And you have all the time in the world to take your life to the next level. Why is it when it's a problem in the world, people finally take things seriously when the opportunity has always been in front of us? So guys, you got to understand, we understand that you don't know things. This academy right here has took me, myself, and multiple people on this call to the next level, guys. So again, you get to learn exactly what the experts see, and you go from the basics to the advanced, right? So at the end of the day, you want to understand how Kobe got better in basketball. His rookie year, he's seen things he did bad. The next year he came in, he devoured everybody, right? He was better than everybody because he put the overtime in. So if you guys come over here, you take notes, you get a notepad, you get a pen, and you take an hour or two and go through these videos, I'm telling you, within a couple of weeks, you're going to understand exactly how the experts think. So the second one is going to be, the mentorship. And in the mentorship, what we have is something called Go Live, right? Go Live is literally going to be access to the top educators from all over the world. So it doesn't matter if you have friends that's from, South America that speak Spanish, or friends that's in Italy, or, peers that speak French. We have educators that's all over the world that teach the basics, that teach harmonics, that teach all the advanced information so you guys can actually learn and be able to talk and ask questions with the 6- and 7-figure traders. So at the end of the day, guys, I'm telling you right now, think about this like in high school. You remember being in that algebra, that geometry class, and your friend took, Mr. Smith's class, and you was in Miss Bethy's class or whatever her name was, and she always just gave you F's, and you was like, yo, how's my boy passing the class, and I'm in the same exact one? It's just like the teachers, right? And I want you to understand, we have teachers that teach just like they were our family, right? We have people in this academy, in this Go Live Academy, that literally helps us, guys. And I'm telling you right now, we have people like Abel Melendez. We have people like, the Forex chick, Kimberly Torres, like people who really do this, literally telling you everything and basically answering your questions. So it doesn't matter if you don't get it, ask questions, and they're going to literally help you out. So at the end of the day, guys, again, connect, ask, learn, and you're going to get to the next level. So the second one is the third product is going to honestly be, and again, this is just the example. This is literally just showing you exactly how the schedule looks. So how I'll say this to anybody that's on here that do work or have things that they do have to attend to, other businesses, guys, we are literally here for you 7 days a week, right? 24 hours. If you work at night, we have the morning shift. You work in the morning, we got the night shift. There's no excuses to your success. We have people who are pregnant that's literally going through this academy around their life, and they're learning how to trade, guys. So at the end of the day, we see these 18-year-old, 19-year-olds that's coming over here. Why can't we do it as millennials and, 30 and 40 and up, right? If we can do it, you can do it, right? There's no questions about it. So the third is going to be our Hello Center, right? In this Hello Center, guys, basically what we have is, like I like to say, artificial intelligence. We have products, we have softwares that you can actually use that can help you see the markets exactly honestly, how the professionals see the markets, right? So you're not trading with these amateurs, you're trading with the banks, right? You're doing exactly what the bank do, right? When it's stuff going on in this country, you get to see it how they see it, right? Anytime Trump says something in the office, you get to see the market how we see the market. So all you guys got to do is just plug in, and you're literally going to get to the next level. Now, our fourth is going to be the apps. Honestly, I always tell people, go on your phone and go search screen time, right? And look at how much time you actually spend on your phones, right? Look at how much time you spend on Facebook, on Instagram, on Tinder, right? How much time you spend on things that's not making you money, and ask yourself, out of all those apps that you have, what's making you the most money? Most of you are going to say, well, none, right? Some of you are going to say, oh, this one. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if you get these 3 apps that's on your screen, if you go download those apps, you can't use them unless you actually have membership access only, which I'll show you how to get in a few. Guys, you're going to actually be able to learn things that the experts are seeing, right? You're going to actually be notified, just like when your friend liked your picture on Instagram, you're going to be notified of exactly when some money's ready to be made, right? So just like Bitcoin, right? You missed out on the buy when it went from 2,000 to 10,000, and then we caught the sell when it went from 10,000 to 6,000. You're going to be able to get notified on Swipecoin and the rest of these apps just like we are in this business. So I'm just telling you guys right now, think about this. If not this, then what else are you going to be doing, right? I always tell people, if you had a chance right now to take over technology, this right here is probably the number one thing I can tell you right now to pay attention to. Because I started this business 3 years ago, guys, and I have not in my life been more consistent with something than I have with this, right? I've seen friends, families, traders, people on Instagram that I do not know or didn't go to high school with that's coming over here and that's learning. So that's just letting you know it's so much room for you guys to come over here and do exactly what we do. So what I'm going to go over next, guys, is going to pretty much be our scholarship program. Now, when you come into this business, what we do have is we have a 2 and free program, right? It does cost to join this business, but what I'm going to tell you guys is when you do join, let's just say, for instance, you like the services, right? You're liking the trades that's being sent. You're loving the education and these mentors that's teaching you, and you say, you know what, I got a friend, right? I got a sister, I got a cousin who just got laid off or who just lost their job that's dying for some opportunity. If you can get them to see the same vision, if you can get them to join this business under you and go ahead and start being a customer and doing exactly what you're doing, your membership will be waived month after month as long as those 2 people are active, guys. So you just got to ask yourself, who do you know that will love this, right? Who do you know that would love to be trading right now and to honestly be home with their kids, right? Have more time with their family, right? Who do you know that will want that? And if you can think of those people, write their name down, and we're going to show you when you join the squad exactly how to go out there and get these services for free every single month. So again, like I told you, this is just an example of screen time. As you see, this was an example, somebody was spending over 8 hours, on their phone, right? On Google, on WordPress. And I just want you guys to understand right now, if you want to live like a boss, you got to do things bosses do, right? You got to think like a boss. You got to wake up like a boss. You got to talk like a boss. You got to dress like a boss. So I want everybody in this call right now to start having a boss mentality in 2020. Don't panic when things are going on. Like, really just step up and get to the next level. So if you guys are ready to get started in this business, if you like exactly what you see and you want to know exactly what's the next decision, what's the next move for you guys to go ahead and get started, I want you to think about this, right? Out of all the years, out of all the groups, out of everybody that I looked to find when I was on my journey my first year, right, without this, I was out there looking for mentors. And as you see, guys, you can go on the internet right now and look this up. There are programs that's charging people $8,000, right? There's programs that's giving people just 5 days, basic information, and they're charging them thousands and thousands of dollars to just learn the basics. I want you guys to understand that you're not getting just the basics. You're getting the whole community. You're getting a family. You're getting software. You're getting tools that I can say is probably worth this much. But when you actually join our team, you're getting all of this, guys, for a total of $234, right? $234 just to get started. And if you like this, there's no contracts. But if you want to continue being a member and getting these trades, guys, $174 a month is all you need to succeed and start getting on track when it comes to learning this Forex market and start making money. Just think about that, guys. If something happened to you, whether you're an athlete or whether you have a job, if you got a family and you lost that job, what's going to happen next, right? If you was an athlete and you broke your leg or tore your ACL over and over, what's going to happen now since your career is over with? So you guys got to think right now, what are you doing, right? There's celebrities joining this business, right? We have athletes joining this business. We have people who got scholarships, who got degrees that is seeing what we see. So I want you guys to understand you get all those services that I went over, guys, in the foreign exchange education package, the FRX Academy for $234. And like I told you again, if you get 2 within your first month, your membership will be waived, so you don't got to worry about a monthly fee, guys. So what I'm going to go over next is the residual income side, right? And this was right here is for the people that don't believe in just leaving a little money on the table, right? This is for the people that don't believe in just, going and getting $1 million out of the bank, Rob, right? You going for everything, right? You're not just trying to take a little bit. You're trying to take everything. And I want you guys to understand right now, think about the people that you know that's making residual income, right? If not your family, think about the celebrities that you know, right? The musicians that you know, right? How many people on this call right now, blow the chat box up and tell me somebody that's famous that's making residual income that's either dead or alive right now. Let me know exactly who you know that's making money, right? Somebody said Kobe, right? We got Kobe, right? Somebody said Michael Jackson, right? A lot of people said Michael Jackson, right? And for the guests on this call that don't understand, think about it. Michael Jackson died, 2010, 2011, right? And I don't know if you guys know, but in the year 2018, Michael Jackson made $72 million from the grave. No cap, $72 million from the grave Michael made, right? Why is that? Why did he make that much money? He doesn't make music no more. Anytime somebody plays his song, guys, royalties will pay his kids forever. I literally sit down and I'm like, yo, Michael Jackson kids will never, ever have to work. Like, ever. They won't know what work is. Their kids won't know what work is. Their kids' kids will never know what hard labor is because their dad's been making music since the 70s. Jackson 5, right? Then the 80s. went solo. 90s, blew it up. 2000s, kept making hits, guys. So for over 40 years, he was able to put the grind in, and now his kids will never have to work. So think about it right now. If you die, what's going to happen with your family, right? You got kids. What's going to happen? 401ks, guys, is not the same. They're not what you think it is. And with the government going into a shithole, guys, you got to wake up. You have to wake up, and the time is now. You want to understand how some people became rich in 2008 when a recession hit? You got to wake up, and you cannot fear. You can't go into a world being like everybody else, taking everything from these stores because you don't think you're going to be able to survive. Survivors know how to win it. Multi-millionaires know how to do it over and over again, guys. So again, if you want to make residual income, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, and all it takes is plugging in with this business. So the first level that we have, like I told you, when you get 2, it's free. When it's 3, guys, you're getting paid an extra $150 a month. Now, since we're in an incredible business, we're getting paid every single week, right? So you don't got to worry about that, oh, man, I ain't getting paid for 2 weeks type of thing. We're getting paid every single week. So I know a lot of you are probably like, man, 150, that's not a lot of money. To my traders on this call, when we make that paycheck every single Friday, when that pay quicker hit every single Friday, guys, we're uploading that right back into our trading account because we know on Sunday we're going to be able to do it for a whole another week. So at the end of the day, we're not thinking like the average. We're thinking like the investors, the Warren Buffetts, right? So I want you guys to go ahead and think like a boss, right? Use OPM, other people's money, and be able to build your fortunes. So when you guys decide that, you're going all in this thing and you're like, you know what? I got some people who know some people who know some people. And when they tell people about it, this is going to really set a trend in the city, right? If you can think about 3 people that you know that would love to get to that platinum 150 level and start making other people's money, guys, for you helping your 3 get to P150, or you going ahead and getting 3 people on each one of your 3 legs, you're going to now be what we call a platinum 600. And at this level, now the checks are a little bit more on Friday, right? Now you're getting paid an extra $150 a week minimum, right? Minimum, not talking about what you're doing every single week trading, and you're using that money to go ahead and start putting more into your business. Or like I said, guys, put that money into your trading account and compound it again. So what I'm trying to let you guys know is look at this. We have an entire compensation plan. You can take a screenshot. If you're in a business, I'll go ahead and make this a screensaver because this was my screensaver until I hit a 6-figure income, right? I told myself, if I want to not have to worry about bills no more, right? If I want to stop these 1877 numbers from calling my phone every single day, then I have to do something about it. So I want you guys to go ahead and think about, what do you owe to Uncle Sam, right? What in your life is holding you back from getting to the next level, traveling the world, and having more time with your family? If you can think about those things, guys, I'm telling you right now, we have the plan for you. We have a system, and we have some people on this team that's really going to put all the blood, sweat, and tears to helping you get to that level, guys. So all I need from you is 1, be coachable. 2, to go ahead and sacrifice a little bit more time. And 3, come over here with a notebook because I'm about to teach you some things that's going to take your life to a whole nother level. So guys, check this out. This is one team, one dream. We have over 345 people that stayed in this call. And what I want you to do right now is I want you to connect with whoever invited you, right? Hit them up and just be like, yo, appreciate you for getting me in that call. I got some questions for you, right? And if you have any questions, guys, we're going to go ahead and get you started. If you're ready to get started right now, you want to become part of this movement, you want to be a part of the team, go ahead, connect with whoever invited you to this call. Get connected because, guys, the week is getting ready to start in 48 hours, and we're back on these markets. We're back in these charts. If you trade crypto, that's 7 days a week. So, guys, one more time, appreciate my boy Mike for throwing it down in this call, man, killing this call. I'm going to have this video uploaded on YouTube within the next hour. Guys, go ahead, plug into this call, connect with whoever got you on this, and get locked in. Again, thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all. Go ahead, connect, lock in with